All right, we ready?
Anytime you are.
Okay, here we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Jenny Talks. I took the holidays off, so my apologies for not having a new video up for a while for the few that are following. Happy 2026. It is the new year. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday and New Year's. I personally was asleep by 11:30, didn't make it till midnight, but that's okay. So today I am going to talk about what I affectionately call the devil's lettuce, which is marijuana. So a few years back, Michigan, which is where I live, legalized marijuana for commercial use, I guess you would say. But everybody can go to the dispensary and get it. You don't have to have a medical card anymore. I, in the past, have been a pot smoker. Mom doesn't know that, so surprise.
Put you in jail right away.
Anyway.
No trial, no nothing.
I have not been able to because I have COPD, as I've mentioned before. So when it got legalized, I really wanted to go back to it. I'm more of a drinker, but I only do that once a week. So I thought, it'd be nice to take the edge off during the week. And since I've been dating Ryan, he has introduced me to gummies, which are fantastic. So for me, gummies have replaced one of my anxiety medicines. I was on something that was a 2-dose anxiety medicine. Now I am only on 1 dose, which is wonderful. It does help mellow me out. I only do it once a week, half of a gummy right now. I do not do sativa. I have done it a couple times, but it makes me extremely paranoid and very antsy, which is the opposite of what I want. And that's another reason why I quit smoking a long time ago, was because I was extremely paranoid, felt like the cops were coming through the door any minute. It was weird. I thought the whole world could smell it outside. It just got to be too much. So I quit. I was also looking for a job, didn't know if I was going to have to drug test. And at that time, you got to pick your battles, so to speak, and decided that marijuana was not going to be in my life. So as I said, I've been introduced to gummies. They are fantastic. I do indica, or as I've been told they're called, in the couch, I think is what I've been told.
Ever since she started smoking pot, she just kind of lays there. It's really sad. And a tiny bit funny.
They're very relaxing. I do get a little giggly, but I'm past the age of wanting to go out and be stoned. I don't want that. Just like I'm past the age of wanting to go get drunk. I like a little buzz when I drink. It's nice. I feel relaxed. When I take a half of a gummy, I get the same effect without the alcohol feeling that you get when you get a buzz. I like to be chill, especially when I do it on a Saturday night and I'm watching videos and stuff with Ryan, and I just want to laugh and have a good time. And I can feel it in my shoulders by Saturday, all the tension. So when I take my half a gummy, within an hour, that is gone. I get a little touchy-feely, I will admit, when I take a gummy, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing depending on who you are. I don't touch strangers on the street. I do not drive on it. I don't do it at home by myself. I only do it with Ryan because I'm not comfortable enough to do it alone. I think there's been such a stigma about marijuana that I don't think it's fair anymore. Look, back in the day, I get it. As Ryan used to say, it was crickweed. And that's the stuff I used to smoke. And it was, yuck. And I hate skunk. I hate skunk, but it's horrible smelling and it tastes like, for a better term, I have always been, I want more of a fruity or a sweet, which, again, gummies are perfect for me then because that's all they are. I've never tried any of the chocolate yet or anything. That's going to be soon, I think. But as far as the stigma goes, look, you can be a stoner all you want, but what I've seen at going to the dispensaries, that's not what I see. I see people that are, 70, 80 years old and they're getting it for pain. You have CBD products now at most dispensaries where you don't get the high. My mom actually used the cream on her neck and it made her neck pain go away within 24 hours. Susan, my daughter, also uses CBD oil. Now, the difference with her is she gets it prescription. So she uses that for her epilepsy. But I think we are going to graduate her up to some gummies or something at the dispensary and see how she does with those as well. Because I kind of think the oil is not the greatest for her at this point. So I know I keep getting sidetracked. The stigma of marijuana is that you're a pothead, you're a bad person, you must use all your money for weed. And I don't think that's fair to people because I can go to the dispensary and spend $20 on 5 bags of gummies and be good for, I think I'm going on 7 months of having the same gummies. Ryan's pre-rolls. He can get 4 for 10 or 10 for 20. There's some that are 12 for 11, depending on where you go, of course. We happen to go to Bo's, which is the little picture down there in the corner. They're wonderful people. Get more into them in a minute. I don't really know why people have such a stigma about it. Now that it's a tier 3 drug, maybe things will be a little more relaxed about it. Maybe jobs won't do so much drug testing for marijuana. Drug testing for cocaine and heroin? Absolutely. I don't think you need a drug test for weed. Also, it has really helped a lot of people who are in pain with cancer treatments. And I've seen that firsthand with Ryan. Now, he's gotten some fancier stuff in the past when it was, we were a little more fluid with money, shall we say. There's something called a Kelly Kapowski, which is fantastic from what I understand. But he does a lot of pre-rolls. He does a lot of shake. Him and his friend grew a couple years ago in the backyard. And I see how much it helps him with his pain, with his cancer, and with his factor 5. I hope it is more, I don't know how to say it. There's so many people that do it. To me, I think at least 50% of the state of Michigan does marijuana.
Allegedly.
And I think everybody should do it, whether it's THC or CBD, or there's all different forms of CBD, which I'm not going to get into them all because I don't understand them all. There's also RSO in the edibles and then Ryan gets the RSO in a liquid form and puts it around his joint. And that RSO is Ricky Simpson oil, and it has been shown to help shrink tumors in people that have cancer. So I really think that everybody should go into the dispensary once just to see what it's about. They have so much cool stuff. And for the people who say, oh, well, the gummies are enticing children. If you have weed out where your kids can get it, that's a problem on you, not on the industry. I can't even hardly get a bag of gummies open without help. So I'm really not sure how these children that are 6 or 7 years old are getting in these bags, because you can't leave it laying around because it is tempting. Look, I go in there and they have ones that look like nerds. They're called dorks, I think. And they look just like those nerds clusters. And of course, a child's gonna be like, oh, Mom, can I have one? No, you don't even have them out around small children. I do want to do a little blurb about Bo's, where we go. They gave me this cool free hat one time when I went in. Oops, the owner did. Here it is, Bo's. Ooh. Not very good at this camera stuff, so forgive me. I mentioned I like gummies a lot. So my favorite is the choice, and it happens to be this flavor. Super Sour Watermelon Kush is my absolute favorite. I had a really good laid-back feeling on it. It's the only way I know how to describe it. Now, Ryan, I live vicariously through because he can smoke. And he'll pretty much smoke any pre-roll that's decent. But his 2 new ones that he's liking the most are, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, yeah, there you go. Super Fire. This one happens to be Chem Cookies. But he's really digging this one. And this new one, Reloaded. He likes the Candyland. This is not the Candyland. They only had the one type this time. He also has the Rolls brand that he likes. Doobies, Lucy's, all kinds of them. One good thing about Bo's is they do have quite the variety to choose from. They have gummies, of course, and pre-rolls. They do have, I have to cheat and look at my notes. They have concentrates, tinctures, topicals, CBD, and accessories. They also do have shake, and I've seen them have drinks now. And I did see some cereal back there a couple weeks ago, which would be interesting. And like I said, they have chocolate, so you can get it's all over the walls. It would take you probably, I'd say, a good 20 minutes to look at every single thing they have. It gets a little overwhelming at times. One good thing about Bo's is they do have happy hour through the week, not on Fridays, Monday through Thursday. So you can go on their website and check them out. I will have some info in the description below for Bo's. They are located in Riverview. They are a wonderful team of people. You feel very welcome when you come in there. They don't make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. I mean, I went in there for the first time by myself and wasn't real sure what to do. And they just helped me along. Katrina, who's there, is great. All the girls are great. Everybody that's ever waited on me has been great. But Katrina, Riley, Carrie, Carrie, the owner, Mike, he's fantastic. Comes out and says hi to you every single time. They, give you with these really cool tote bags. I should have brought one with me, but these really cool tote bags at the holiday time that for some reason my cat likes to lay on and give kisses to. Strangest thing. But Bose has been wonderful, especially with the CBD stuff. I've noticed that they have a couple people there. Riley is one of them that really know what they're talking about when it comes to CBD. That is going to be helpful for a lot of people that don't necessarily want to do the high or maybe just do a 1% patch. And again, they know their stuff. They'll tell you, I've smoked it, it's great, or they'll say, it was all right. I've had a couple girls make suggestions on gummies for me that I'm going to try once I run out of my current gummies that have lasted me half of a year. I just wanted to bring some awareness to it because I go out and work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, sometimes more. I take care of Susan. I have my own house now. I don't think I'm a degenerate because I take a half a gummy once a week. I don't think Ryan is a bad person because he has to smoke for his cancer, for his pain. It's not always about the high. Is it nice to get it? Absolutely, 100%. I'm not, as Ryan would say, going to go out and drink and drive with marijuana. All you're going to do is stay home and eat a bag of chips. Plain and simple. Everybody take care. Happy 2026 again. I'll see you real soon.